Knock, knock, knock. The amazing atheist. Somewhat of a misnomer, because there's nothing amazing about an intellect that leads you to an egregiously false conclusion. Alright? And what's very staggering about this character is that, like, there's some people they identify as atheists, but they're very humble. They don't sit down and actually try to argue against religion and bash God and all of that stuff. But people like Jacqueline Glenn, amazing, they do. And that's why you people, TJ Hendricks, amazing atheist, you're a fucking idiot. You know why? Because what you're doing is that you're like throwing stones when you live in a glass house. You have no footing, nothing to stand on. Yet you say, oh God is a real, oh God this, and you make videos like ridiculing and mocking and talking about, oh God, like dude, shut up. All right? I'm telling you to shut up because people sit down, they listen and they watch your videos and they put this atheist godlessness in their mind and they go and they act out on it and they live out that way. No, that's hurting society and people, okay? Get it. Understand, you are wrong, there is a God. I don't mean to sound dogmatic, but if you have a truly intellectual, logical mind, and in this day and age, we have so much evidence, it all points up there, yes. There is one. So you are mistaken and you are wrong. But when I say atheism, you have no footing. You're living in a glass house throwing stones. I'm talking about evolution. Because first off, you can't even debunk evolution because it was never bunked in the first place. The only people who it's bunked by is about people who are materialists, scientists, who on default believe there is no God, so they put evolution. Okay? Evolution has so many deep, critical problems with it. Anybody who has a critical, logical mind, objective, you look at evolution, you look at all the arguments led against it. There are documentaries on YouTube about it. I've watched several. There are books written about it. If you're not a reading type, you can watch the documentaries. If you like to read, buy the books, read them yourself. But they're very well written, very well made videos demolishing, destroying evolution. It's a lie. And you're being tricked. But you know why? Do you know why evolution is as strong as it is today? Why so many people believe it? Because they want you to think there is no God. So you'll be more manipulative. You can be manipulated easier. You'll be ignorant. They want you to think evolution is true. So they have more power and they say, no God, well, I'm in charge of that. They want to kill God. Kill the higher authority. Say evolution, evolution, believe this. But when you scrutinize evolution, you realize you're like, whoa, I'm being fed a pack of lies. But when you're an atheist, amazing atheist, oh, science, science, science. Science doesn't even point to evolution. When you look, if you have a logical, rational, purely scientific mind, when you see evidence that points you in this direction, says, nope, this direction. This evidence points you in this direction. That is the direction you go in. And this direction says atheism is, evolution is false. And if evolution is false, so is atheism. Right? But when you have evidence pointing in this direction, and you go the other direction and say, oh, atheism is like, for some, you have ulterior motives. You people, a lot of people, they have beef against God. They don't want, because the reason why you have beef against God is because you don't understand Him. You don't understand yourselves. Okay? Because first off, God loves all of His children. And even though some of you are bastards, you bastards who've gone astray, deep down, He still loves you and He wants you to come back. But when you beat this atheism crap into people's minds, saying atheism, atheism, God, no God, no God, no God, like you Jacqueline Glenn or you TJ Hendrick or whatever your name is, amazing atheist, you're doing a disservice to society. All that karma, all that crap you're doing, hurting people, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. Okay? Because people, they need God. And right now, you're hurting people when you say that crap. Atheism, atheism, and you bash God believers and all this stuff. That's the same for you, Sam Harris, Richard Dawkins. They should be mocked and ridiculed for believing in God. Really? You're the one who should be mocked and ridiculed because your book, The God Delusion, I didn't read it. I'm not going to buy my Bible, but that book, some stupid people made read it and be like, oh, Richard Dawkins, right? There is no God. Okay, well, you're a stupid fucking person. But there are people who read a book and say, this is fucking stupid. Richard Dawkins, like, oh, I spoke about this in my other video. Richard Dawkins, you are a materialist. God is an immaterial being. So because you study the material world, you think that you have some sort of footing or credibility when talking about God. No, you do not. You do not. The material world has nothing, very little to do with God. Because the material world is evil, it's twisted, it's vile, it's crude. God the Father, He didn't make it. This isn't of God. So you can study it all you want, but you won't know shit until you decide to open your mind, your heart, and your intellect to the truth. And if you're somebody who wants to know more about the material world and how it was formed and things of this sort, then I highly recommend that you YouTube search Dr. Scott McQuaid, or even join the Learn Network, the Inner Circle, okay? Because he's explained this stuff thoroughly in his videos. This man, he is incredibly intelligent, and by that I don't mean his IQ is very high. I mean he knows a lot of stuff. So I highly recommend, if you want to know about God, and you're somebody who knows, yeah, there is God, and you know it in your heart always, by intuition in your heart, and you knew not to believe these fucking stupid atheists who sit down and argue like the amazing atheists, or Jacqueline Glenn, okay? If you know that in your heart, that God exists, that's great for you because you're a fairly intelligent person for doing that. Because many people, they speak about God all the time, but deep down, I know they dismiss them. Oh, there's no God. We'll just pretend that I believe, so maybe, like, no. I can tell that many people, the majority of this world, you have gone astray. You say you believe, you talk about God, but you don't believe. Like, if you believe in God, then you would know the things He stood for. Empathy, compassion, kindness, understanding. But none of that exists. None of that. Not nearly as much. Like, I can tell. And I know you can pretend, you can put on a facade and pretend like you're a good person or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're just here for your fucking atheistic, selfish pleasure. And that sickens me. That sickens me to the bone. Anyway, I'm out.